sleep with my demons. I go to sleep with my demons. The best is always awake. They sink the calls, dig it deeper, they all come from feeding inside of me. I go to sleep with my demons. Creep in my head every night. They come to shred all my dreams and I'm blood on my bed. Why is this my life? My demons away. Why is this my life? I can't close my eyes. Why is this my life? I can't close my eyes.
It's another West Texas 6-man to 6A full score update, only on the Friday Night Football Show.
We are, we have Cody Warden out in Clyde tonight, Eastland Mavericks taking on the Bulldogs, and we're joining in with Cody right now live. Hey.
Hey, Dustin. It's actually a little chilly out here tonight, so if you're out at the games, bundle up because you're going to need it. But Clyde is actually doing pretty good tonight. They're holding the Mavericks. Well, I take that back. They just now scored. It was 14-7. Mavericks just scored 7 points. So let's see. They're fixing to do the field goal. So let's see what that brings it up to. Right now it's 14-13 with 2:15 left in the third quarter. Let's see if they make it. And the field goal is good. So it is 14-14. 2:15 left in the third quarter, Dustin.
All right, Cody, thank you. We'll be checking in with you in just a moment. And we're going to take a look at a few of your scores and checking in with Justin Stone out in Cisco tonight. Leading off with your 6-man column. In the second quarter of play, Hermleigh Cardinals 14, the Spur Bulldogs 38, Santa Ana 34, the Lingleville Cardinals 24. That's in the second quarter. May Tigers 36, Gorman 16. Highland Hornets, this is showing to be a final score, falling to the Garden City Bearcats 50-6 tonight. Moran in the second quarter 27, Lorain 36. Trent, as we discussed 2 weeks ago, has forfeited the rest of the regular season games, so Blackwell Hornets picking up a forfeit tonight. Woodson Cowboys 50, Benjamin 0 final. And Rising Star 6, they're falling to the Sydney Eagles this evening in a final score 56-6.
I'm trying to find where the Mullen Bulldogs went. They were in my building. Got lost.
Hi, this is Abraham Gonzalez of the Hamlin Pied Pipers. This is the Friday Night Football Show. Here's another round of 2A scores.
In your 2A column, the Baird Bears 6. Roscoe Plowboys 48 in the third quarter. We'll be checking in just a moment. Winners Blizzards 24, Ozona Lions 13, Holly Bearcats at halftime 30, Forsan 0. Moving on down, Albany Lions 20, Haskell 6. This game is in the third quarter. Again, final score out of Hamlin tonight. Hamlin Pied Pipers 47, shutting out the Cross Plains Buffaloes. And at halftime down in Mertzen, Rock Springs Angors with a significant lead over the Erie and County Hornets, 25-6. Sean, here's 3A.
The Clyde Bulldogs and the Eastland Mavericks 14-14 third quarter. Breckenridge Buckaroos and the Wallhawks are 15-14 third quarter. Early Longhorns and Jim Ned Indians 47-0 third quarter. Anson Tigers and Cisco Lobos are 42-13 in their halftime is shown. Merkle Badgers and Grape Creek Eagles 28-6. That was in halftime. Ballinger Bearcats and Coleman Blue Cats 21-0 third quarter. Bangs Dragons and San Angelo Eagles is 38-7 showing halftime. Kahoma Blue Dogs and Colorado City Wolves 19-13 third quarter, and Dublin Lions and Comanche Indians 41-24 third quarter.
All right. Thank you, Sean. That is your 3A column as we head out to Cisco tonight to check in with Cody Warden, who joins us now live. That game currently in progress. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Dustin. The current score is Cisco 49, Anson 13 with 7 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter. It was kind of a close game during the first quarter, but Cisco has just taken off and has left Anson far behind. There has been awesome plays by number 22, who they call Izzy, zigzagging down the field, doing about 80 yards play, which resulted in a touchdown. But Anson has not been able to come up with an answer for the Cisco Lobos. And that's all I have for you right now.
All right, Justin, thank you. We're going to continue on with your 4A column. Brownwood Lions in quarter number 4, 19. The Waco La Vega Pirates, 57. San Angelo Lakeview Chiefs, out in my hometown, out in Andrews County. Andrews Mustangs, 48, currently shutting out San Angelo Lakeview, 48-0. Third quarter of play. Sweetwater currently a little bit behind the Fort Stockton Panthers tonight. Fourth quarter, 23-36, Fort Stockton. Lamesa 6, Snyder 32, and Graham 27, leading the Aubrey Chaparrals 27-3. Sean, you want to close us out with 5A and 6A?
Yes, I will. For your 5A, Wally Bulldogs are losing bad to the Lubbock Cooper Pirates 31-6 in the fourth quarter, and the Cougars are on a bye week. Abilene High Eagles and Eula Trinity Trojans 21-9 third quarter, with San Angelo Central Bobcats on a bye week.
All right, Sean, thank you very much. We are going to be checking in with Josh Hamaty, who is with the Key City Hockey Association. A great event going on Monday night. First of all, there's some high school hockey being played right here in Abilene, and then a cross-region rivalry between the Key City League and San Angelo, and it's all supporting a great ministry that we're all familiar with right here. We're going to be checking in with him right after the Persuaded and Glorified. That's coming up right after these words.
The Friday Night Football Show has been made possible in part by Lawrence Hall Chevrolet Buick GMC of Abilene and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, soon with 2 Abilene locations.
So Persuaded with Glorified here on KGNZ at night. It's still the Rock Show. We may do the Friday Night Football Show on Friday nights, but stay true to our roots here. I'm excited to have a friend of mine in studio tonight. It's Josh Hamaty, who is here on behalf of something he's involved with. It is the Key City Hockey Association.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and that's been going on for a little while now, because I remember you guys talking about it at church for at least the past couple of years.
Yeah, it's actually, we've been around since 2001. I started playing when I was in third grade, and I've been playing for 19, 20 years now.
Wow. And so it's street hockey, kind of. Fill us in on how that differs from the ice hockey we see on TV or go to Dallas to see, for instance.
Yeah, for sure. With us, we're roller hockey. We're out on a concrete slab. So the main difference between us and the Dallas Stars, for instance, is the surface, for one. We're using rollerblades rather than ice skates, so you don't have to worry about the sharp edges. A little bit difference in the equipment. We don't have to wear shoulder pads or girdles either. Even though when you do fall, it's still going to hurt just as much as if you're falling on ice. And we don't have checking because of the concrete instead of ice. And so it's a little bit not as physical, but still getting out there and working hard and having fun and just competing with everybody that's out there.
So you guys are getting involved with a local organization to make this thing that's coming up Monday night a fundraiser. Why does the Hockey Association want to help local groups like that?
Yeah, this is actually going to be our 4th annual fundraising event. The past 2 that we've done was for Meals on Wheels, because one of our other church members is the owner and helps with that. But then we've also just tried to help out people in the past. For us as an organization, we know that reaching out and helping, especially nonprofit organizations here in town, they need some help. They write grants and try and reach out for money from the government, but it doesn't always help. They get the donations that they can, but then, everybody struggles every once in a while. And so we want to be able to give back to the community that's been gracious enough to help us out and help us grow by inspiring some of our kids that play with us, as well as just the fact that getting out there and going and helping other people is something that we want to teach our players. And so I know, as myself as a football player, when I played at Abilene High, having our special game during our spring training, when we had the special kids out there, it was great to get them out there and play. And so we kind of want to do something similar with our kids who may not have that experience growing up. And so it gives them a unique instance to be able to kind of reach out and help others around them.
Awesome. About how many people are involved with it now?
We've got about 50 kids involved, and then about 20 adults. And we went down in size a little bit on our adults. Our rotation of Air Force guys just switched out between seasons, and so we lost some numbers there.
I was going to wonder, I bet that there's a lot of people from the base that want to get involved. I know that the rugby people deal with that ebb and flow a little bit too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How do people get involved? I know that you have a rather nice facility, actually, over around Cal Young. Mm-hmm. When are practices? How might somebody that's interested in doing this get involved?
Well, if you're wanting to come out and watch the practices, we've got our kids' practices on Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon. We have our younger kids earlier, because normally they get up earlier, and it's harder to get high school kids up fairly early on Saturday mornings. So our high school kids end up practicing after them. Our kids play on Monday nights, so this week's going to be a little different with our charity game since the adults are playing. Normally our adults play on Tuesday night, and we kind of pick a pickup time or practice time for whenever works out with everybody's schedules. But if you want to get in contact with any of us, you can go to our Facebook page at Key City Hockey Association. Look us up there. If you want to look into the charity event itself for this upcoming Monday, you can search Night of Hockey and Giving on Facebook, and that event has been made, and I'm actually hosting that event. So if you want to search for me, either way works. And you can reach out to us. You can contact us on Facebook, or just come out and talk to us in person, and we'll get you worked up and get everything going for you.
And most of you know about our high-definition Simulcast. On our Facebook page, in the description of that, I have both tagged Josh and the association as well. So it's a fundraiser for this time for a great ministry that is very well known to us here at KGNZ, the Abilene Dream Center.
Yes, sir.
And what time again, first of all?
Our high school kids will be playing at 7 p.m., That'll go till roughly about 8 p.m. It's about a 45-minute game, but we're going to do some events between each period to kind of help promote it, as well as bring in some donations from the crowd that'll help benefit the Dream Center. And
it's against who when you get to the adult game?
The adult game that'll be at 8 o'clock. It'll be our adults, our whole entire adult division versus the San Angelo adult league that they have over there as well. And so it's kind of fun. We had a summer game against them and we played. Unfortunately, some of our guys couldn't make it, and so we were a little bit of lacking as far as our numbers, whereas they had probably 20 guys come down and play, and so they had the numbers, and I think they just kind of beat us with our with their endurance. But coming this time around, we're kind of ready for it, and so it'll be a little bit more intense game, but we're all having fun out there, so that's what it's all about.
Is that turning into a rivalry? I'm not expecting it to turn into a crosstown showdown type rivalry, but it sounds like it could be a lot of fun, something that turns into something every year.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a rivalry. We've myself as a kid, when we were playing, we had some games. We would play a game here in Abilene on one weekend during the summer, and then we'd pick a different weekend and go down and play at their place. Since their youth divisions kind of dissolved a little bit, it's turned more into the adult divisions playing each other. But it's definitely a rivalry that we enjoy, and having fun getting out there to play against those guys, because they play against themselves all the time, we play against ourselves all the time, and so to actually compete against other teams from the area is just fun to get out there and do.
I wonder if a lot of Air Force people feed their league as well.
Quite a number, actually, yes.
And there's a lot of people that work with the Air Force down there that listen to our San Angelo transmitter on 90.9. So what would you say to those guys that are listening tonight?
Well, hey, if you're interested in hockey, get out there, go support those guys. Maybe you can come play against us as well. We'd have fun, make it into a little competition between the bases if we want to. I know Dias guys are always competing with each other. They love to compete against other guys as well.
So where is the little arena? And what do you call it when there's no ice? Is it still a rink? What is it?
We just call it the rink, but for official terms, we use it as Jimmy Hoffman Arena. Jimmy Hoffman was one of our founders. He coached, he played as well, and he unfortunately died a few years ago. And so we kind of put his name in front of the arena just to kind of make it more official and show him and his family what he meant to us as a league. Okay. And so we kind of reached out that way. So it's Jimmy Hoffman Arena. We are in Cal Young Park. We are right next to the Key City Little League baseball fields, if anybody's unfamiliar with the rink itself.
Okay.
And so we're right there. It is an outdoor rink, so you do have to deal with mosquitoes this time of year, which is a little unfortunate, but it's always fun to get out there and play.
And, of course, that's off of East-South 11th in the neighborhood of the creek, east of Oldham Lane. Kind of, everybody knows where that is. But if you're not from here, that kind of pinpoints it for you. Josh Hamaty, Key City Hockey Association, a special event and game on Monday night benefiting the Abilene Dream Center. You can check them out on Facebook. They've created an event there. The Facebook page is, of course, Key City Hockey Association, or you can find your way there by Josh Hamaty's account as well. And we've tagged both of those in our Simulcast post tonight as well. Thanks for stopping by on the Friday Night Football Show.
Thanks for having me, Dustin.
And we'll see you Sunday morning as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will be back in just a minute with a look at your weather forecast. Stay tuned.
The Friday Night Football Show will be back after these words.
Friends, I want to tell you about our newest KGNZ partner, Stan and Ryan Clayton at Clayton's Monogramming, 218 West Picard in Stanford. They have shirts, caps, T-shirts, promotional items of all kinds, monogramming and screen printing with no setup fees for in-house work, and the rental office for Stanford Storage. Family owned and operated since 2002. No job too big, no job too small, with no minimums to order. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or later. Clayton's Monogramming, 325-773-5780. Thank you for supporting KGNZ.
Hey football fans, leave the Hail Marys for the game and go for the sure thing when it comes to satisfying your craving. When you pick up Raising Cane's for game day, all you have to worry about is the score, because we've got the food covered with fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Our chicken fingers are always hand battered and cooked to order, so no matter the score, you'll always win. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
It is time for another look at the weather forecast before we hear from the band Adelaide and check in with our remaining sideline reporters out in the field tonight. In Lubbock, fair skies with southwesterly winds at around 10 miles an hour. Lows of 45 tonight for the hub city. For San Angelo and Abilene, clear skies with southwesterly winds sustained at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Here in Abilene, gusting to around 25. Your overnight lows for San Angelo around 50 degrees. Somewhere in the lower to mid 50s for Abilene too. On your Saturday, clear skies, winds at 15 miles an hour, variable in direction with highs near 70 for the Caprock tomorrow. San Angelo and Abilene, a sunny Saturday on the way, rather breezy with southwesterly winds at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Across the Concho Valley, gusting to 30, perhaps as high as 35 to 40 miles an hour across the big country. Afternoon highs in west central Texas on your Saturday in the mid 70s, and your current temperatures. San Angelo, 51 degrees, 55 degrees and fair in Snyder. 57 in Graham, 56 and partly cloudy in Lubbock, and 55 degrees right now at the studios of KGNZ. It's Adelaide, strong and brave. Before we get into another full score update, your weekly college preview with William McCorkle and live reports from Clyde, Cisco, and Jim Ned.
The threat is imminent. The winds are changing. So we rise up. Everybody rise up. Don't look around. Just look up and stand your ground. We come together. You and me together. Can you feel it, feel it? Can you hear it, hear it? One people, one voice. We are here united and we won't be silent. We raise our banner and we won't deny it. We'll face the day, strong and brave. Can you feel it, feel it? Every boy and girl, listen up, you'll change the world. Come and rise up, everybody rise up. Brothers and sisters now, everybody gather around. We come together, you and me together. Can you feel it, feel it? Can you hear it, hear it? One people, one voice, make some noise. We are here united and we won't be silent. We raise our banner and we won't deny it. We'll face the day, strong and brave. Can you feel it, feel it? Has saved the day, hope has made a way, love conquered the grave. His name is Jesus. Truth has saved the day, hope has made a way, love conquered the grave. His name is Jesus. We are here united and we won't be silent. We raise our banner and we won't deny it. We'll face the day, strong and brave. Can you feel it, feel it? Oh, can you feel it, feel it? Can you feel it, feel it?
It's the Friday Night Football Show of West Texas's most live coverage of your team's 6-man to 6A across the big country and Concho Valley. We are headed out now live with Melvin Settlemeyer to Tuscola to check in what's going on between Early and Jim Ned. And I think it's pretty safe to say the Indians are running away with this one. Hey, Melvin.
Hey, Dustin, it is 61-6. They let Early score just a little bit. Joshua Kelso got on fire. He got a touchdown, and then on defense blocked the extra point after the touchdown. I'm here with Pat Most. Guy, He used to be with KGNZ. He's going to be with us again. He's with us tonight anyway. All right. Love you, Pat. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, Melvin, thanks for that live report. And it definitely sounds like an exciting game going on out there in Jim Ned with bands and a very energetic PA announcer. We'll be checking in with you as that game gets closer to end. We also, as I get switched over to Justin Stone here, who's out in Cisco tonight, we have coming up in just a few moments this week's college football preview with William McCorkle. And it might be a good time. We'll go ahead and read your good news this evening from Isaiah chapter 40. This is verses 28 through 31. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. That is your good news from Isaiah chapter 40, 28 through 31. All right, it is now time to check in with another one of our field reporters, Justin Stone. Anson at Cisco. Hey, what's going on out there in Lobo Land, Justin?
Well, Cisco is continuing to put on the pain. The score is 63 Cisco, Anson 13 with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left in the game. Anson has no answer whatsoever against this Lobo team. Cisco has been putting a pounding ever since the second quarter and has not let up at all. But like I said, the score is Cisco 63, Anson 13 with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left in the game.
All right, Justin, thanks for your live report from out in Cisco tonight. And it is now time. Let's go ahead and check in with William McCorkle.
With a look at West Texas college football, here's William McCorkle with this week's college preview.
Our college preview tonight is sponsored by the Richardson Group Dairy Queen. We want to thank Richardson Group Dairy Queens for their support of the Friday Night Football Show. If you live in Hamlin, Rotan, Sweetwater, Snyder, Coahoma, Colorado City, Santa Ana, Cross Plains, Eastland, Ranger, Santo, Breckenridge, Albany, Baird, Graham, or Abilene, there's a Richardson Dairy Queen near you. We do want to thank them for feeding our Friday night reporters here at the Dairy Queens close by where we're reporting from games. They've been generous and invited us over for a meal, and so I had the pleasure of taking one in tonight here in Hamlin at the DQ where Hamlin is taking on Cross Plains tonight. But we're moving into the college preview show tonight. The Hardin-Simmons Cowboys are still in the running for an at-large bid to the NCAA Division III playoffs after advancing their record to 7-1 on the year with a convincing win over Southwestern last week in Georgetown, 49-35. Ty Hooper completed 15 of 22 passes for 355 yards and 5 TDs without an interception. Bryson Hammonds ran for 203 yards and a pair of scores, and Reese Childress had 118 yards on 4 catches and 2 touchdowns. HSU enters this week's contest with the Belhaven Blazers, ranked 5th in the ASC West region in the first regional rankings of the year. The Cowboys must win out to be considered for one of the 5 at-large invitations to enter the playoffs. Belhaven is coming off a loss at Louisiana College last week, falling 42-7 to the Wildcats. The Blazers are averaging just 10 points per game while giving up an average of 30.6 points per game, not scoring more than 20 in any game this year. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. in Jackson, Mississippi. All right, moving on now to the McMurray University Warhawks. They took their youthful lineup on the road last week to take on the number 2 ranked Mary Hardin-Baylor Crusaders in Belton and were schooled in the level of play it takes to succeed in the American Southwest Conference, falling 80-7. The loss drops the Warhawks to 2-6 overall, 2-5 in conference play, while Mary Hardin-Baylor remains unbeaten at 8-0. McMurray returns home for their final home game of the year. They end the season against crosstown rivals HSU next week at Shelton Stadium. But they play tomorrow against the East Texas Baptist University Tigers on Senior Day, and that's going on here in Abilene. The Tigers are coming off a win last week at home where they defeated Sul Ross State 60-14 for their homecoming game. Hopefully they won't be looking past McMurray to their season finale at home next week when they take on the Crusaders of Mary Hardin-Baylor. McMurray and ETBU kick off at Wilford Moore Stadium at 1 p.m. The San Angelo State Rams won back-to-back games for the first time this year after defeating Adams State in a blowout win 59-20, scoring 59 before ever giving up a point. The Rams remain at home this week for their final home game while finishing the regular season on the road at high-powered Texas A&M Commerce next week. Tomorrow, ASU looks to take on the Greyhounds of Eastern New Mexico, beginning with kickoff at 2 p.m. for the Senior Day celebration. Eastern New Mexico is coming off a win at home last week against UT Permian Basin, 24-7. Both teams enter the contest with a matching conference record at 3-3. And finally, we're talking about those surging Abilene Christian University Wildcats. They, after back-to-back wins themselves, have evened their conference record to 3-3. Having the bye week last week to prepare for this week, the Wildcats welcome Northwestern State to Abilene for a 2 p.m. kickoff at Wildcat Stadium. Northwestern State is coming off a close victory over Houston Baptist last week at home, 31-28. The Wildcats will need to win the remainder of their games in order to give themselves an outside chance of the NCAA playoffs, but could post their first winning season at the NCAA Division I level with wins in 2 of their last 3 games. Kickoff for tomorrow's game in Abilene is set for 2 o'clock. And that's a look at our college preview for this week.
With the most extensive live sideline coverage in West Texas, welcome to the Friday Night Football Show.
Hi, this is Cody Warden live from Bulldog Stadium. We have 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Eastland Mavericks 28, Clyde Bulldogs 14. This has been one crazy back and forth game. There's been a lot of penalties, and we're right now, it's Bulldogs have the ball with 1:04 left. Let's see if the Bulldogs can pull it off.
All right, Cody. Thanks for that report from out in Cisco, or rather out in Clyde, I should say. Again, that score right now in the final moments of the game, Eastland 28, Clyde 14. We've got a lot of great music on the way like this from Demon Hunter. It's Driving Nails on the Friday Night Football Show. Right after the top of the hour, we'll have your nightly news update with local content from our partners at K-Texas News, post-game interviews, as well as our next 6-man to 6A full score update here on week number 10 of the Friday Night Football Show.
From 6-man to 6A, San Angelo to Graham, Lubbock to Brownwood, this is the Friday Night Football Show.
And some scores that are final: Cisco and Anson, 63-13 Cisco, and Jim Ned and Early, 61-6 Jim Ned. Here's Trey 9.
Like I'm Kobe with the ride. All about my father business, man, don't get it twisted like Toby from the SWAT. Take the money, take the fame. Take my watch, take my chain. I could go and throw this all away, and I promise not a part of me would change. No, whoa, skirt. Sweat is me way more than meat in the check. I was depressed, now I'm out here feeling blessed. I ain't even trying to flex. Got him like sheesh, had to hit him with the heat. Had to hit him with that real. I'm in the streets where they can't afford to eat. Little homie skipping meals, so we out here selling weed. Trying not to catch a felony. He ain't never had a father figure, so we looking up to the celebrities. Christian rapper or a rapper that's Christian, man, I ain't tripping about the title. I'ma pull up looking for some Timothys. God told me to raise up disciples and start a revival. I'm feeling like, whoa.
I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block, whoa. I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block, whoa. Oh yeah, let's do it. Win them all, we ain't losing. Flow spit it like a Uzi. That's why I use it like a toilet. I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block, whoa. I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block, whoa. Oh yeah, let's do it. Win them all, we ain't losing. Flow spit it like a Uzi. That's why I use it like a toilet.
My shoelaces. God said you going places. You ain't never gonna be famous. Nobody gonna know who Trey is. You gon' whip on say it. Transform these lives daily. Pull strings, no ukulele. Raise up my soldiers, baby. I'm checking my attitude. Heart of servitude. I walk with the lowly cause I don't feel high enough being with famous dudes. KB did the feature, Maurice for a preacher. I told him I need you cause we are one body and it's cause of Jesus. Get a street some hope, come and smell a smoke. Marijuana blows churches saying no, rap exploit the pole. I don't know if I'm put out anymore. They say you too old, I say I'm too bold. They say you need gold diamonds, gotta glow. I say no I don't, I need light to show. Everywhere I go, look I'm saving souls here. Vision is so clear. I could care less about rappers' career if it don't include baptizing others and he's just another rap souvenir. If it ain't about doing work, helping the people that hurt. I'm going without you, cause this means a lot more to me than a concert.
I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block. I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block. Oh yeah, let's do it. Win them all, win losing. Flow speedy like a Uzi. That's why I use it like a toilet. I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block. I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block. Oh yeah, let's do it. Win them all, win losing. Flow speedy like a Uzi. That's why I use it like a toilet.
If you gon' rock the boat, you better have a plan to flow. Everybody wanna conquer, better know it's gon' cost you. Will you lose dollar signs for it? When it's failing, will you ride for it? Will you still hold it down for it? Send the package, will you sign for it? Okay. I'm living it, giving my dividends. We stay penitent, look at that little man, get it in, little damn mini man. All my squad finna live again. Oh my God, in the millionaire. I'ma go off to the bitter end, even in the pen, can't pen and the vision in. Okay. Look into my eyes are cooking, wounded, got it shooken by the lies, but took him by surprise and hooked and made alive and took and made a vow that I would live and die here. I would live and die here, right here. I would live and die. Ain't nobody finna stop what this about. Come on over here and get a job and live and die.
I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block. I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block. Oh yeah, let's do it. Win them all, win losing. Flow speedy like a Uzi. That's why I use it like a toilet. I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block. I'ma pull up on your block, look, I'ma pull up on your block. Oh yeah, let's do it. Win them all, win losing. Flow speedy like a Uzi. That's why I use it like a toilet. I'ma pull up on your block. Don't worry, we got it on lock. Oh yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah, let's do it. Now watch I pull up on your block. Don't worry, we got it on lock. Oh yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Broadcasting his life-changing music all over West Texas. KGNZ 88.1, KLTP 90.9 San Angelo. Broadcasting his life-changing music worldwide at KGNZ.com.
As we begin our 10 o'clock hour, two more games that we have final scores on in Clyde. The Eastland Mavericks 28, Clyde Bulldogs 14, a victory for Eastland. And Holly Bearcats shutting out Forsan 45-0. At 10 o'clock, I'm Dustin Tatro with your nightly news update on KGNZ. Local content is from our exclusive media partners at K-Texas News, getting the facts right and alerting you to weather danger. The Abilene woman charged with the murder of her live-in girlfriend has, quote, been wanting and planning to kill her for months, according to court documents. Lanisha Nicole McBride, who is 31, walked into the Taylor County Law Enforcement Center yesterday morning and said she needed to report a bad crime. McBride said that she just killed her girlfriend and wanted to tell them where to find the gun. Police said that McBride waived her Miranda rights and then told detectives that she has been wanting and planning to kill Shaniqua Chanel Wallace, 44, since August. McBride was moving out of Wallace's unit at the Little Elm condominiums at South 7th and Ruidoso Thursday, so, quote, this was her last chance to kill Wallace. McBride said that she bought a gun on Wednesday and test fired it to make sure it worked. McBride and Wallace woke up together at around 7 a.m. on Thursday, and McBride said that she was working up the courage to kill her girlfriend. She hid her gun under the pillow. When Wallace turned over and saw the gun, McBride said that she shot her 3 times. McBride waited 30 minutes, then left the condo to get gas and cigarettes before going to the police station to confess. A street maintenance fee that has been before Abilene voters will be tacked on to the residents of the city of Abilene's water bills beginning on January the 1st. This has been much contested and debated in front of city council, with the council approving it in recent months. The city of Abilene sent out letters this week reminding residents about that upcoming fee. In May, voters supported a street maintenance fee to fix the city of Abilene's road, and now that fee is coming. The fees will be $6.75 per month for residents, $6 per unit for multifamily dwellings and apartment complexes, and non-residential and commercial properties, depending on use and traffic, from $25 to $75 per month. Along with the letter, the city of Abilene has provided paperwork for those who believe they cannot afford to pay their share of the street maintenance fee. Said Michael Rice, the assistant city manager of the city of Abilene, if someone wants to apply for that, they can send in the proper paperwork to the Office of Neighborhood Services, and they will receive a fee reduction from the $6.75 down to $1.75 per month. And if anyone believes that their share of the street maintenance fee is incorrect, they can write a letter to Abilene City Manager Robert Hanna. He'll render a final decision. But there is still an appeals process available through the Street Maintenance Advisory Committee. Rice said that through this fee, the city of Abilene could see additional street improvements as soon as the summer of 2019. If you have additional questions or feedback, you can email the city of Abilene for this purpose at streetfee, that is one word, streetfee at abilenetx.gov. And the manager of the Outback Steakhouse in Abilene has been called a hero after police say that she saved the life, of an infant. Police say a 4-month-old boy fell out of a car seat yesterday, hit his head on the concrete, and stopped breathing. The boy's mother ran into the restaurant for help. Patricia Newman ran out and performed a sternal rub and CPR. The infant regained consciousness before being flown to a hospital in the Metroplex in good condition. Chief Stan Standridge awarded Newman with the Chief's coin. In a news release, Abilene police said if not for the actions of Patricia and her employees, the life of this infant might not have had the same outcome. They say if you happen to stop into Outback, please let her know that she is fully appreciated. At 10:05, that has been your nightly news update, with local content from our media partners at K-Texas News, getting the facts right and alerting you to weather danger. We'll be checking in for post-game interviews in just a moment. We know that Jim Ned is nearly ready, and we're also waiting to hear from Cisco, as well as the Eastland Mavericks. We're working on all of that. That's coming up soon, along with your next 6-man to 6A round of full score updates right here on the Friday Night Football Show. I'm Dustin Tatro. Here's music from Drive Through Society.
Children
It's Drive Through Society with Embers. You're listening to the Friday Night Football Show at 10:10 on your Friday night. Of course, it's the Friday Night Football Show, week number 10. A great victory for the Cisco Lobos tonight at home over the Anson Tigers. That final score, 63-13. And I believe that Justin Stone is standing by with some Lobos for us. Hey, guys.
Hey, Dustin, I got here Mr. Witt, quarterback for the Cisco Lobos, and number 22, Israel, but everybody calls him Izzy. Witt, what was y'all's thoughts coming into this game?
We knew Anson had a really good offense, so our plan was to milk the clock and try to control time of possession.
Izzy, right there in I think it was like the second or third quarter, you did a zigzag all over the field for about 80 yards. What were you thinking?
Man, I was just trying to get open. I saw my linemen coming. They were blocking for me right. When I saw them coming right, I just went around, just try to get open, try to cut everybody out, and just make a long run.
Y'all had it. It was pretty close right there in the beginning, but that one time, y'all just took off, let Anson in the dirt. How do y'all feel?
Feels pretty great. I mean, Coach West was telling us we got to keep our mentality right and focus on every play and just execute and just get down the first down.
What y'all's plan for next week's game?
Score more points than them. No, do good on offense and stop them on defense. That's the plan for every game.
All right, Dustin, that's me here at Cisco with the quarterback, Witt, and the wide receiver, number 22, Izzy.
Izzy, are they going to start calling him Ziggy now?
They might call him Ziggy after tonight.
All right, that is Justin Stone live from Cisco this evening, and we're going to stand by for just a moment while we get switched over here to Cody Warden, who is standing by with post-game in... Give me just a second. All right, got that going. Cody is in Clyde tonight. A great victory for the Eastland Mavericks on the road, and we'll be checking in with him, in fact, right now. Hey, Cody, yeah.
Hey, Dustin.
Eastland.
I have 2 players here. I have Coach Scott Campbell here with me, and I have number 8, quarterback, Dylan Newman, and number 40, Bo Baker.
Oh, some of these guys are from Clyde.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's hear from them.
I have the coach here with me. Coach, what do you think that could have been better tonight? And, I mean, Eastland put up a good fight tonight, and so did y'all. I mean, it was back and forth. I mean, what do you think that y'all could have done better?
Yeah, really, the team could have come out with the victory tonight. I thought both sides played extremely hard, and it's the time of the year people are trying to fight for those playoff spots, and so we knew we'd get their best test. And ultimately, in the second half, we had some turnovers that cost us and some key penalties, and you just can't do that against a good team and expect to win.
What do you think are some of the key penalties that you've seen that y'all could have worked on?
Throughout the week, we try to put ourselves in as many situations as we can so that. Game-like situations, and we just got some different guys in different spots. It's not always the same guy. We just kind of have different breakdowns at different times, and it seemed tonight, even when we made a big play, sometimes it got called back on our mistakes.
It doesn't just take one person as a team. It takes a whole team, everybody, to make that team work.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the greatest team sport there is. All 11 guys got to be doing their job, and I thought our kids played with tremendous effort tonight, and they wanted to come out here and get a win, and gave everything they had in order to try to do that. So
when y'all give it y'all's all, who do y'all play this next week?
We'll finish our regular season next Friday at Breckenridge.
Hope y'all do good in Breckenridge. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks for the cover. Yep.
All right, Dustin, I have number 8. Number 8, Dylan Newman, quarterback, here with me. What do you think that y'all could have done better as a team tonight against Eastland?
We definitely had a couple mistakes, a few penalties that cost us, a few turnovers, just we ran into spots where, not all 11 guys are doing their job, and it cost us.
this next week y'all play Breckenridge. What do you think that you got to work on, and as well as the team that y'all can do to beat Breckenridge this next week?
I'm just gonna have to work on leadership and keeping those guys' heads up when things don't go our way. And Breckenridge is a tough team. They've been fighting hard all season. They've played some pretty good teams, pretty close, like Brock and Wall and those guys. So it's gonna be a good fight. We're gonna put up a fight next week.
Thank you for your interview.
Yes, sir.
Your name?
Bo Baker.
I have Dustin. I have Bo Baker, linebacker, here with me, number 40. How do you think y'all played tonight?
I think we did good, man. We gave it our all for sure. Played our hearts out, and just didn't come away with the win.
What do you think that you could have done, or as leadership for the team could have done better as linebacker?
All of us, we really just got to keep our heads up, and we need to be more leaders on the team. People get down, we need to clap them back up, and just get them back out there.
Doesn't take just one person. It takes all 11 players to make a team, and one person just can't win it. It takes all of them.
Absolutely, man. There were a few times tonight, everybody's doing their job, but one person, they slip up or something may happen, and it can change quick, man. The game flip on you just like that.
I was watching for the first and second half. Y'all were doing real awesome in the first half. It was 7-7, 14-14, and then the third quarter it was good. In the fourth quarter, it just kind of went down. Y'all played awesome tonight. What do you think that you yourself could do good against Breckenridge this next week?
Our defense always plays lights out. I just got to do my job, read my keys, and play like we always do, and just get stuff done. You know what I mean?
Hope y'all play good and win against Breckenridge this next week.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. All right, Dustin, back to you. That is the final 28-14. Eastland Mavericks over the Clyde Bulldogs. I'm signing off. Back to you, Dustin.
Congratulations to the Mavs tonight. And we have one more of these to do. And if you'll stand by with me for just a moment, we will ring up Melvin Settlemeyer and check in with the Jim Ned Indians. Still coming up, our next round of full score update, 6-man to 6A, along with music from Set for the Fall, Decipher Down, and Manifest. That's all on the way here in the next 15 minutes or so of the show here. Let's see. Of course, we want to once again thank Richardson Group Dairy Queens for feeding the Friday night football show on KGNZ at night, delivering some food to our reporters and also to us here at the studio. Thank you guys very much for supporting the Friday night football show. Again, Richardson Group Dairy Queen. If you're in the big country, odds are there's a Richardson Group Dairy Queen near you. All right, our final post-game interview featured game of the night, the Jim Ned Indians hosting the early Longhorns, and it did not go the Horns' way. Congratulations, Indians. Sounds like Jim Ned ran away with this one. Melvin, give us a little bit of an update, and let's hear from these guys.
Hey, Dustin, I am live here with Cooper Castro. Had 4 touchdown runs tonight. Tell us about those touchdown runs, Cooper.
The O-line, they worked hard tonight, and there was just holes everywhere. So I didn't really do much of the work. It was just all them. So
there's great big holes, and you just sure did run through them. You did a great job with that. Hey, what does this mean for district now?
District, we have Eastland next week. Obviously, there's a lot of momentum moving forward. So it's good for our team.
3-1 in district, only 1 loss, and that's to Wall, and everybody's lost to Wall. And but also senior night here at Jim Ned Stadium, kind of a little bit emotional.
Oh yeah, very, very emotional. It's an eye opener too, because you're with parents that you've been with your whole life, and then you just kind of leave them. So just lots of tears. Lots of tears.
Lots of football tonight, 61-6. Congratulations on your win. Thank you, Cooper Castro. And we had Cade Ford here just a little while ago. He had to take off with his coach. He's running in state tomorrow. A lot of good athletes here in Jim Ned. Dustin, 61-6, final score.
All right. Thank you, Melvin. We are going to be back in just a moment with your final full score update tonight, or at least what we have next. We've got a lot of final scores out there. In fact, we're only waiting on a few. Here's Set for the Fall with Rising. We'll be back with that full score update in just a moment, right here on the Friday Night Football Show.
It's another West Texas 6-man to 6A full score update, only on the Friday Night Football Show.
And we believe that most of the games we have are final. We are still waiting on confirmation of Santa Ana, and the last update we have from Mertzen for the Erie and County Hornets shows halftime. As far as that goes, though, we are leading off with your 6-man column. Hurmley Cardinals falling to the Spur Bulldogs tonight, 53-80. Santa Ana currently showing to still be in play, 74 over Lingleville, 44. May taking home a victory over Gorman Panthers, 64-44. Highland Hornets, 6. Garden City Bearcats, 50. Moran, 66. Lorain, 80. Woodson shutting out Benjamin 50-0 tonight. Sydney 56 over the Rising Star Wildcats, who only managed to get 6 on the scoreboard, but it's still a score. Blanket 45, and that is a 45-0 victory over Mullen tonight for the Tigers. Kevin Pyland in studio now with your 2A column.
Thanks, Dustin. And the Hawley Bearcats versus the Forsyth Buffaloes are 45-0 on a final score. The Blizzards versus the Lions are 24-13 on a final score. And the Bears versus the Wasco Plowboys are 62-14 on a final score. And the Lions versus the Indians is 20-6 on a final score. Cross Plains versus Hamlin, 0-47 on a final score. And now let's move on to your 3A.
Your 3A column, the Eastland Mavericks 28 over the Clyde Bulldogs 14. We heard from some Bulldogs just a few moments ago. Breckenridge, well, as Melvin said, everyone's losing to Wall. Wall 28, Breckenridge Buckaroos 22. That down in Wall tonight. 61-6, that is the Jim Ned Indians over the early Longhorns out in Cisco. 63-13 for the Cisco Lobos over Anson. Merkel 50 over Grape Creek Eagles 6. Ballinger Bearcats 41. Coleman Blue Cats 0. Banks Dragons 52 over the Texas Leadership Charter Academy of San Angelo Eagles tonight in San Angelo, 52-14 for Banks. Colorado City Wolves making a bit of a comeback, 33 over Coahoma 13. Nice that they were able to pull a victory on that. Comanche Indians 54 over Dumbledore 30. And now for 4A.
And your 4A is the Brownwood Lions versus Waco, 19-57 on a final score. The San Angelo versus Andrews, 14-55 on a final score. Sweetwater versus Fort Stockton, 23-36 on a final score. And La Mesa versus the Snyder Tigers, 13-53 on a final score. And Aubrey Chaparras and the Graham Steers are 17-27 on the final score. Now for your 5A.
And 5A and 6A, Wiley Bulldogs 12, Lubbock Cooper Pirates 31. Sorry Dogs, and a final score for the Abilene High Eagles 16. They fell to the Euless Trinity Trojans tonight, 34-16. And as we know, Cooper and the San Angelo Central Bobcats both on bye weeks. I'm going to look up and see the score on Richland Rebels, because I believe that if they lose, that might have an impact on a playoff berth for the Abilene High Eagles. We're gonna research that and find out where the Eagles stand after tonight. But for now, at 10:27, that's been another look at your full scores across West Central Texas. 6-man to 6A high school football. You are listening to the Friday Night Football Show. I'm Dustin Tatro, along for the ride with you in studio with Kevin Pyland tonight on Week 10. And we've got music for you right now from Decipher Down and Nothing More. Manifest on the way after that.
Of the enemy, I feel the way
The Friday Night Football Show will be back after these words.
Howdy, folks. For almost 30 years, Lawrence Hall in Abilene has been serving the Abilene and Big Country area with a full line of products from Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC trucks, as well as providing an in-house customer service center to help with any questions. Lawrence Hall in Abilene has a complete selection of new model cars, trucks, and SUVs, along with certified pre-owned models, with a fully equipped service department, body shop, and factory-trained technicians. Lawrence Hall in Abilene provides service after the sale. Their website at www.lawrencehallofabilenetx.com lists sales and service specials too. Their phone number, 325-695-8800. That's 325-695-8800. That's Lawrence Hall in Abilene, a trusted KGNZ partner.
They say the storm is coming, everybody's running 'cause it's set in stone. Rising from the ashes, the clouds are rolling over and it won't be long. We won't stop till we win the war. We're gonna stand tall through the night. We're gonna get what we came here for. We're gonna find a way to fight. We're gonna find a way to fight. We're gonna find a way to fight. Now the world is burning. They say the tide is turning and we're almost home. War is not the answer, but sometimes it's the answer when it's all gone wrong. We won't stop till we win the war. We're gonna stand tall through the night. We're gonna get what we came here for. We're gonna find a way to fight. We're gonna find a way to fight. They're standing in our way, they holding us down. Been living in a cage, but we're getting out. Broken all the chains and survive the fall. They can try to take us out, but they can't take us out. 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 We're gonna find a way to fight.
Our second look at your weather forecast, 10:36 on your football Friday night. Don't forget that you can check in with some of these interviews. All of our live simulcast content archived on our social media channels on Facebook, on YouTube and on Twitter via @KGNZ at night. I will be commenting on those videos where you can locate some of these interviews. Cooper Castro, among other athletes from across West Central Texas tonight. Our featured games with Melvin and Cody and Justin and William McCorkle out in the field. We'll have another final scores update all the way from 6-man to 6A, getting closer to the top of the hour. Right now on the way, music from Stellar Cart and KB. It's time to take a look at your forecast and our good news for tonight. Your forecast for the rest of the evening with information as always from the National Weather Service. For Lubbock, fair skies with southwesterly winds at around 10 miles an hour most of the evening. 45 degrees for your overnight low up on the Cap Rock. San Angelo and Abilene alike, lows in the lower 50s with clear skies. Rather strong southwesterly breezes gusting to around 25 miles an hour for Abilene. On your Saturday, clear skies for Lubbock, variable winds at around 15 miles an hour throughout the day on the South Plains. Highs near 70 for tomorrow afternoon. San Angelo and Abilene, we're looking for a sunny Saturday. It's going to be a rather breezy and windy day with winds sustained out of the southwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Strong gusts for San Angelo up to around 30 miles an hour. A little bit higher than that, 35 or 40 for your wind gusts across the big country tomorrow. Highs in the mid-70s for San Angelo and Abilene, as well as the surrounding area. Your current temperatures at 10:38 on your Friday night, 53 in San Angelo, 54 and fair in Snyder, 56 degrees in Graham, 55 and partly cloudy in Lubbock, and 53 right now at the studios at KGNZ. Your good news from Isaiah 40, verses 28 through 31. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Music on the way from KB. And right now it's Stellar Cart, Living on a Prayer. It's KGNZ at night and the Friday Night Football Show.
Union's been on strike, been down on his luck, it's tough. So tough. Gina works the diner all day, working for her man. She brings home her pay for love. For love. She says we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Tommy's got a six-string and hot. Now he's holding in when he used to make it talk so tough. Ooh, it's tough. Gina dreams of running away. She cries in the night. Tommy whispers, baby, it's okay. Someday we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot.
Living on a Prayer, Stellar Cart on the Friday Night Football Show. We still got KB on the way right now, coming at you out of 1995. It's requested DC Talk and Colored People. I'm Dustin Tatro. You're listening to the Friday Night Football Show.
Clayton's Monogramming is proud to support West Texas homegrown athletes and the Friday Night Football Show. Clayton's Monogramming, 218 West McCarg in Stamford.
This ain't my first rodeo. Check my portfolio. Without the Holy Ghost, I would be getting my commas up, quote unquote, quote unquote, quote unquote. I am not so and so. Might be the rapper that no one knows, but I got the click like a metronome. Lit that's immeasurable. New intellectual, yeah. I was the Oreo. I was the Oreo coming up. Told him at least I'ma get my degree, then I'll be back on the scene and my cream will be double stuff. Either that or nuclear. Started boxing to toughen up, then I met Jesus and seen that the strong don't survive, they will sacrifice all for the other one. I ain't got no records when we bragging on it. Under the blood, ain't no stacking on it. Shout out to Reach Records, they put the master on it. Every record got the master on it, but it's free freedom, ain't no man can hold me. Man, it's Jesus, till I'm out of knowing we indeed are living. La la vida, he is redeemers, innocent, and I am loyal, cause
boy, I used to be a monster. I was tweaking, had my mama going bonkers. Yeah, you probably wouldn't believe it if it hadn't been for Jesus. I'd be still running around like I'm a gangster. I used to be a monster. Now it's 50,000 people at my concert. Got their hands up screaming, I'ma tell them all about Jesus. How he turned me to a real from an imposter. I used to be a monster. Used to be a monster. I used to be a monster. Used to be a monster.
yeah, boy, I used to be a playboy. Yeah, don't you leave your girl around me, boy. Yeah, they don't take sand to the beach, boy. But I got me an island in my queen, boy. Bankroll, fake dough, 101s wrapped up in a Franco. Running chips in that queso, make diamonds dance when I say so. Draco, slang dope, to the feds next them like Kankos. I carry different, my aim though. My gang dope, you already know.
I used to be a monster. I was tweaking, had my mama going bonkers. Yeah, you probably wouldn't believe it if it hadn't been for Jesus. I'd be still running around like I'm a gangster.
I used to be a monster.
Now it's 50,000 people at my concert. Got their hands up screaming, I'ma tell them all about Jesus. How he turned me to a real from an imposter.
I used to be a monster. I used to hide the pain. I tried to keep it inside locked up. But now I'm on my shell. I'm on the table at Red Lobster. I can't believe I almost missed it, but I found a golden ticket like I'm Willie Walker. I can't believe I'm on the team. They put me on the roster. If we both serving God, I guess me casa and su casa. I take these boys to school. I got them singing alma maters. They like, what you singing in vibrato? Boy, I used to be a monster.
Boy, I used to be a monster. It's KB on KGNZ at 9. We've got Requested Skillet on the way in just a few moments. Looking towards our final regular season Friday night football show. And that's not saying that we won't have some special playoffs coverage if we have any teams doing that after next week. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And looking, because I know last week we were discussing how Abilene High could get into the playoffs, and one option would have been to beat Euless Trinity tonight, and unfortunately, that didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
34-16, Euless Trinity Trojans over our Abilene High Eagles. And the other option that Vincent had mentioned was the possibility of Richland losing last week, which they did, and Richland losing this week, which we have just looked up, and they did not. Richland beating the Weatherford Kangaroos tonight, 36-33, and we'll be consulting with some people, but I think that pretty much ends hopes of a playoff berth for 2018 for Abilene High. But we do know Cooper is on a bye week tonight, and I understand they will be playing at least into the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. We're going to be working on what other teams we will be following beyond next Friday night as well. Our featured games for Week 11, that's Friday, November 9th, a week from now. Amarillo High School in Abilene playing Cooper Cougars at Shotwell Stadium. Plainview at Wiley, Monahans in Sweetwater, and Cisco at Bangs. Those are our featured games for next week, which again is the final regular season week of the Friday Night Football Show and regular season district play for our 6-man to 6A teams across West Central Texas. That's what's coming up next week. At the top of the hour, we'll have our final full score update for you tonight. Right now, it's requested music from Skillet for Candace Poe, who called in listening out on the road tonight. It's What I Believe.
The world around me is lost in misery. The only good I've got in my life is you. No meaning, no other reason. When everything feels wrong, I feel right with you.
So madly, desperate, deeply obsessed. Your love is better than life to me. Can I have this moment forever?
Take me to the beginning. You are what I believe. I'll never die for you. This is all that I need. When nothing is real, you are my truth.
In the darkness, you shine. Can you keep me safe tonight?
When I'm down on my knees, you are what I believe. When we started, wholehearted, I never needed anything or anyone else. I was broken, you made me whole again. The only one I trusted more than myself.
So madly, desperate, deeply, I will live for you completely. Can I have this moment forever?
Take me to the beginning. You are what I believe. I'll never die for you. This is all that I need. When nothing is real, you are my truth.
In the darkness, you shine. Can you keep me safe tonight?
When I'm down on my knees, you are what I believe. Believe in your love, believe in your life, believe that you can put me back together on the inside. Chase all the fear away every time I speak your name. Take me, you are what I believe. You are what I believe. I'll never die for you. This is all that I need. When nothing is real, you are my truth.
In the darkness, you shine. Can you keep me safe tonight?
When I'm down on my knees, you are what I believe.
I was a monster, an addict, a creature of my habits, of the lost ones. I would take lead. My actions dramatic, depression running havoc. The first to call, the last one to leave. But then you found me cold, broken and alone. Traded my burdens, instead I have a home. And you started from within, buried my flesh with the rest I must confess. I changed.
KGNZ would like to thank the Richardson Group Dairy Queen restaurants for their support of the Friday Night Football Show. You can locate the Dairy Queen nearest you by visiting richardsondq.com.
but you'll have to grab my throat and lift me in the air. If you need anyone, I'll stop my plans, but you'll have to tie me down and then break both my hands. If you need anyone, I'll be right there, but you'll have to grab my throat and lift me in the air. If you need anyone, if you need anyone, if you need anyone. I can't believe how much I hate pressures of a new place roll my way. Jump to cover me. Oh, jump to cover
Life-changing Christian music. KGNZ Abilene 88.1, KLTP 90.9 San Angelo, broadcasting worldwide at kgnz.com.
It's another West Texas 6-man to 6A full score update, only on the Friday Night Football Show.
This is your final 6-man to 6A full score update. I'm Dustin Tatro. 6-man column. I think I'm going to let Kevin start off with that one.
Thanks, Dustin. And the Hamlin Cardinals versus the Spur Bulldogs are 53 to 80 on a final score. And Santa Ana and the Cardinals are now at a final score of 74 to 44. The May Tigers versus the Gorman Panthers are 64-44 on a final score. The Highland Hornets versus the Garden City Bearcats are 6-50 on a final score. Moran Bulldogs and Lorraine Bulldogs are 66-80 on a final score. And the Benjamin Mustangs are 0-50 on a final score with the Woodson Cowboys. And the Sydney Eagles versus the Rising Star Wildcats are 56-6 on a final score. And the Mullen Bulldogs and the Blanket Tigers are 0-45 on a 0-45 on a final score. Now for your 2A.
All right, your 2A column, Holly Bearcats shutting out the Forest Sand Buffaloes tonight, 45-0. Again, all 2A scores are final, 24-13 for Winters Blizzards. That's over the Ozona Lions. The Roscoe Plowboys hosting and beating the Baird Bears tonight, 62-14. A 1-point game for Albany and Haskell. This one going to the Lions, 20-19. Hamlin Pied Pipers, a shutout game over Cross Plains tonight, 47-0. And we do at last have a final score for Erie County Hornets. They have fallen to Rock Springs tonight, 12-32. All right, Kevin, why don't you take our 3A?
All right, and the Eastland Mavericks versus the Clyde Bulldogs, 28-14 on a final score. Breckenridge Buckaroos versus Wall Hawks are 22-28 on a final score. The Early Longhorns versus the Jim Ned Indians are 6-61 on a final score. The Anson Tigers versus the Lobos are 13-63 on a final score. The Miracle Badgers versus the Crape Creek Eagles are 50-6 on a final score. Ballinger versus Coleman are 41-0 on a final score. And the Bangs Dragons versus the San Angelo Eagles are 52-14 on a final score. And the Bulldogs versus the Colorado City Wolves are 13-33 on a final score, and the Dublin Lions versus the Comanche Indians are 30-54 on a final score. Now for your 4A.
And that's Coahoma. Richardson Group Dairy Queen feeding the Friday Night Football Show, our sideline reporters and our staff here at the studio. Thank you, Richardson Dairy Queens, for feeding the Friday Night Football Show. Your 4A, Brownwood Lions 19, Waco La Vega Pirates 57, San Angelo Lakeview Chiefs falling in Andrews to the Mustangs. And we love our San Angelo people, but a lifelong Mustang. And I'm happy to see them beat one that was a rivalry back, 13, 14 years ago when I was in high school. That final score, Andrews 55, Lakeview 14. Sweetwater has fallen tonight to Fort Stockton, 36-23. Lamesa under Snyder, congratulations to the Tigers, a home win, 53-13. And Graham hosting the Aubrey Chaparrals, this one for the Steers, 27-17. And Kevin has our 5A and 6A.
And for your 5A and 6A, the Wiley Bulldogs versus the Lubbock Cooper Pirates are 12-31 on a final score. And Abilene High versus Earless Trinity Trojans are 16-34 on a final score.
And I do believe that is ending a run at the playoffs for Abilene High, but we know that the Cooper Cougars will be in, have already earned a playoff berth. They are on a bye week, as well as the San Angelo Central Bobcats. By the way, also on byes, the Stanford Bulldogs. All right, Melvin has joined us in the studio. As I figure out where I am, there we go. You were at Jim Ned and in Tuscola with Jim Ned and early tonight. And you found out something about one of the players that you were going to interview, number 88, and he wasn't able to stick around for a post-game interview.
Cade Ford had to go down to Austin. He's running the state track meet, I believe, tomorrow down in Austin. Cade Ford, number 88. He caught a touchdown pass tonight, too. I had to go get a picture with him because he's number 88.
And you can see that picture on our Facebook page, KGNZ at Night with Dustin Tatro. Again, all of our post-game interviews with our sideline reporters are archived on that. The entire show will be available on YouTube. I will share that to the other platforms, along with the times in the show, in the broadcast, where those individual post-game interviews took place. You spoke also to number 16, Cooper Castro, and so we will direct you where you can find that interview as well. Melvin, one of our sideline reporters, let's see, Cody Warden has come by the station, and Justin Stone as well. William McCorkle was up in Hamlin tonight. It was again a shutout victory for the Pied Pipers that ended, I think, as or before we came on air. That was an early and a very fast-paced game for Hamlin tonight. Cody, anything you want to add before you head home?
No, it was a real good game against the Clyde Bulldogs and Eastland Mavericks. I mean, it was a real good game. First, second quarter, it was back-to-back, 7-7, 14-14. Third quarter come around, they were holding them, and then just the fourth quarter, they just seemed to have lost all concentration of catching the ball. They were just basically didn't have it all there. They gave all their in their first half and in third quarter, and they just kind of lost it. And then this next week they play Breckenridge in Breckenridge. So let's see how well that game goes, and good luck to the Clyde Bulldogs.
And Walt beat Breckenridge tonight. So
that ought to be a good game. So hopefully that'll be a go-getter for Clyde this next week against Breckenridge.
All right. And maybe Wall will lose next week. They need to lose something. I mean, goodness, you can't beat everybody. All right. That's been our final full score update, 6-man to 6A, here on the Friday Night Football Show. We're going to be in just a few moments looking at your good news one more time, along with your weather at the bottom of the hour. For now, here's Twisted Humanity. It's one of the latest from the ladies of Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh.
There's a war inside me that I hide, trying to be something that I'm not. Begging for a cure, but my tongue is tied. Screaming inside as I begin to rot. How can I help if I'm not broken? What kind of impact could I make? This is for those who remain unspoken. Listen to me, you don't have to break. You are worth more than you could ever know. I can see that you want more for your life. This pretending leaves you stranded all alone. You don't need these scars to help in this fight. My heart may adjust to the dark, so save me before I lose my
This is Coach Russell Lucas of the Hamlin Pied Pipers, and this is the Friday Night Football Show on KGNZ.
I was running with the set, yeah. Running with the set, yeah. Yeah. We don't never flex, we just rep, hear me? No. What did you expect? I don't need respect, I'm the threat. Tell them I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. Nappy head, no shame on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains. Running through the right back where I started with it. I've been known since college with it. They hit the club, I hit religion. Jesus, I'll admit it. I just give them living rest. You just give them Insta snaps. Do we need another post? You insecure, you do the most.
On my side, we revive God through the Wi-Fi. T'Challa pot that never colonized, round the high fives for the top God made us dangerous. Aim to bust flame with us, every idol bring to us gangs of us trained to trust a name that's bloodstained on us. Christ gained on us.
I was running with the shade, yeah. Running through a chain, yeah. Build flex, we invest, hear me, yeah. This is what you get, yeah. I don't need respect, I'm the threat. Tell them I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. Nappy head, no shame on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains. Look at my neck, boy, no chains. No chains. Rapper. Yeah, come get your opinion, they don't matter. Money or the faith, I chose a ladder. Ooh, I can see him trying to keep us on the outside now. We pull up and watch them scatter. Running through the wall. Heaven got a playlist. I promise that's my favorite placement. Faithful over famous. Yeah, faithful over famous. New rappers that sure to blow, really drug addicts with a studio. You gotta pop pills on the usual, then that paradise ain't really cool to yo. If your world is really that flame, then why you always high trying to escape? Grand flex and that's too fake, and them money phones really money loans, and that real life is you coming home. Empty house in the heart of stone. Bad chick, super savage, cause for a bigger bag, she moving on. Oh yeah, you making moves, but these folks don't really love you. Industry only love dudes that they can use, don't get confused. Interviews that don't tiptoe, go and take them my info. His glory, that's simple. Riding around with that tempo, that's liberal, that's conservative, that's charismatic and reform too. My wife happy and Jesus love me, ain't nothing left to conform to. No chains on me. I was running with the set, yeah. Running with the set, yeah. Yeah. We don't never flex, we just rep, hear me? No. What did you expect? I don't need respect, I'm the threat. Tell them I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. Nappy head, no shame on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me.
Your final look at your good news tonight from Isaiah chapter 40, verses 28 through 31. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. That's your good news for the last time tonight from Isaiah chapter 40, verses 28 through 31. Coming up, music from Triple E with I'm Good. You're listening to KGNZ at night. Monday morning, 10 o'clock, Mall of Abilene kicks off the Salvation Army Angel Tree for 2018, and we'll be there.
Let's go, Biz. I hit a
troubles coming for me, death is at my doorway. Fear says I'm a perish, bro, but that ain't what my Lord say. He said I ain't guilty, though I still ain't had my court date. Tasted and I've seen them, even though it's just a forte. I don't know what they feeling, I don't know what they thinking. Bro, my soul's invincible like Mario when he blanket. Hey, they see me full of joy like I don't know what he drinking. Cup is full of living water, bro, I sip it and thank him. Yes, sir, might not win a Grammy or get another Stella, but I'll get rewards from my Lord, it ain't nothing better. I might not chart again, I might not sell a million, but I've been purchased by my king, he's forever with me. So what they talking about? No, they can't knock me down. Yes, sir, I do feel pain, but Jesus got me now. That's why I'm making noise, that's why I'm running hard, that's why I go gorilla, spitting the monkey bars.
Partner, you know I'm good to go. Pressure creates diamonds and fire refines the gold. Ain't nothing on this planet to satisfy my soul. I'm living for tomorrow, today is out of control. For sure, I'm good.
Take out my money, I'm good. Here come the pain, I'm good. Yeah, they could kill me, I'm good. Today's game, I'm good. I ain't saying that we don't feel any pain. I'm just saying you can't take us out the game, cause homie, we
I done been through the fire, I survived all the floods. And them riders that's with me, they all covered in blood. Drag my name through the mud. They can hate, they can gossip, but my passion for Jesus, they ain't never gonna stop it. I was dead, I guess that made me better than I ever was. Look at me, I'm good, partner, I'm on my forever buzz. If everything I have is taken, I can take it. They say I never make it, I know the person who made it. My life is hidden in them, so when I die I gain. And Jesus really be walking with me, so how I'm lame. My life's full of pain, problems and such, but I'm focused on forever and eternity's touch. While the world try to fight me, Pharisees try to stole me. I am Tebow in the fourth quarter, they can't hold me. Yeah, the Lord is my coach, got me off in the zone. Tell my mama that I'm good when he carry me home. I'm good. Partner, you know I'm good to go. Pressure creates diamonds and fire refines the gold. Ain't nothing on this planet to satisfy my soul. I'm living for tomorrow, today is out of control. For sure, I'm good.
Take out my money, I'm good. Here come the pain, I'm good. Yeah, they could kill me, I'm good. Today's game, I'm good. I ain't saying that we don't feel any pain, I'm just saying you can't take us out the game, cause homie, we good.
And then we been beat down, we been persecuted, laughed at, ridiculed and mocked. But that ain't gonna stop us, man.
No, sir, you know it
we
ain't.
Good. We know where our eternal resting place is at, you feel me? Hey, Trip, talk to him, man.
Yeah, I know that I'ma suffer that alone, that make me tougher. Death is just a doorway to take me to my faithful lover. The lover of my soul's with me. You can shake the brother, but you never knock me down and take me under. Bring the thunder. Let the storms come behind us and hurt us. They can't take our Lord from us, bro. We got us a verdict. Not guilt, not guilt. He's with us and he stays present. He never leaves me. He even gives me stage presence.
Partner, you know I'm good to go. Pressure creates diamonds and fire refines the gold. Ain't nothing on this planet to satisfy my soul. I'm living for tomorrow, today is out of control. For sure, I'm good.
Take out my money, I'm good. Here come the pain, I'm good. Yeah, they could kill me, I'm good. Today's game, I'm good. I ain't saying that we don't feel any pain, I'm just saying you can't take us out the game, cause homie, we good.
Hi, my name is Monse. This is my place for Christian hip hop. KGNZ at night with Dustin Tatro.
Let's go up and the game is on. Are you ready for me? Cause I'm ready for you. When the bell rings out and the fight is on. Are you ready for me? Cause I'm ready for you. When the lights go up and the game is on. Are you ready for me? Cause I'm ready for you. When the bell rings out and the fight is on. Are you ready for me? Cause I'm ready for you. It's time for us to start throwing down. Take a look and see who's standing now. It's time for us to start going down. Look and see who's standing now. Didn't even know that you and I were cross until a sneak attack from the weak side. Unaware that we were in a fight. I guess that's part of the problem. But guess what? When the lights go up and the game is
turning the other cheek. Blessing those who would curse me. I honestly want peace with you.
When you come against my country, when you come against my family, you try to destroy my people, I can't just stand by. There's no way that I can stand by. This time I will not stand by. I am coming, and if I come, this pain is coming with me. Oh, I'm coming, and pain will be with me. When the bell rings out, this fight is on. Are you ready for me? 'Cause I'm ready for you. It's time for us to stop throwing down. Just look and see who's standing now. It's time for us to stop throwing down. Wow, look and see who's standing now. Look and see who's standing now. Look and see who's standing now. Look and see who's standing now.
Captain. This world calls out my name, but I played that game. Oh, I'm not the same. I'm not the way I was before. 'Cause you broke my chains. You took the weight of my shame. Oh, you took the blame and gave me life and so much more. I've seen the bottom, drowning in a bottle. I've been dead and hollow, nowhere to fall, nothing at all, hard to swallow. Are you ready? Let's go. My past can't hold me down, 'cause my home is found. Redemption has come and turned the whole world upside down. Captain.
I cannot see but believe that the truth inside of me is bigger than all I can do without you. And I must gotta trust, leave my baggage at the door. You're the cure, nothing else can fix this hole inside my chest.
I've seen the bottom, drowning in a bottle. I've been dead and hollow, nowhere to fall, nothing at all, hard to swallow. I've seen the bottom, drowning in a bottle. I've been dead and hollow, nowhere to fall, nothing at all, hard to swallow. I've been to the bottom, drowning in a bottle. I've been dead and hollow, drowning in a Are you ready? Captain. I've seen the bottom, drowning in a bottle. I've been dead and hollow, nowhere to fall, nothing at all, hard to swallow. I've seen the bottom, drowning in a bottle. I've been dead and hollow, nowhere to fall, nothing at all, hard to swallow. Hard to swallow. I can't see but believe that the truth inside of me is bigger than all I can do without you. And I must gotta trust, leave my baggage at the door. You're the
Okay, I've got to read this because I just got this offer. One of my favorites for breakfast on a Saturday morning, since it's rare that Stacy and I get up at the same time anymore because I sleep And by the way, I have been skeptical of essential oils since they became a thing, and you started having doTERRA and Young Living, and it's like $35 for a bottle of that. I'm thinking, I'm in the medical field, and I'm in the emergency medical field, and if somebody needs CPR, I've got CPR, and if they need something for acute pain because, well, we'll just say their leg is broken or something. We have that too, and I'm not so sure how much an essential oil drop is going to do for that. Okay, but hey, they smell good, okay? And we have been holding off at the house because, worried about the animals. And so I finally got a hold of the vet and said, which ones should we avoid and all of that. And he said, Dustin, we do that here at the office. It's not gonna hurt your dogs and cats as long as you don't put it on them or feed it to them. I said, well, we're not planning to do that. And you can get this stuff at Walmart now. I think it's like $5 for the oils and like $15 for the little machine that puffs it up in the air. And they have one for sleep. I tried that. And I promise you, I don't know if it's anything else, but I know this week since I've used it, when I've gone home from work and got in bed, I have slept like a rock and not gotten up until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And I have not had that kind of sleep in a long time. So say what you will. Maybe it's something that actually has a purpose.
It does have a purpose, and when you need sleep, you should get it.
Hey, if it works, it works. Okay, this is what I wanted to read because I just got that off of the Domino's pizza. And all of that to say I enjoy cold pizza for breakfast. As long as it's thin crust. It has to be thin crust.
Thin crust for breakfast.
Regular crust pizza cold is terrible. So I put in an order from Domino's, so I'll have that in the morning, and it pops up and says, step 1 of 4, interested in upgrading service. Here's what it says. Would you like to participate in a self-driving delivery test? Asterisk, subject to availability.
Self-driving test?
Point 1.
Got self-driving
Point
cars.
1. You are not expected to tip the test vehicle. Point 2. You will need to walk outside and meet the vehicle, so I guess that they don't have a robot that carries it to the door yet.
No, I'm afraid not.
And third, you will receive a PIN to enter into a tablet on the rear passenger side of the vehicle.
I've actually seen that on Facebook.
Yes, I'm going to post this, and the picture it shows is this lady, walking away from the curb with the pizza in hand, looking down at it, like yum yum, and the car in the background is a Ford Fusion that says a self-driving delivery vehicle, and it has the black and white Domino's logo on it, and it has a banner, experiment.
And there's actually a deal you punch in.
Yeah, and next it shows that the back window is open, so I guess it pulls up, and you put in the PIN. It's like a little tablet on the side.
Now,
because you would have to be careful because someone would see it pull up and walk up to it, and it'd roll down the window for the wrong person, and they'd have your dinner.
Now, another place that does something is Little Caesars. They've started to do. You order online,
and
you go up there, you punch in the PIN, and it's already waiting for you.
Oh, I've been using the order online at different places. Whataburger keeps asking me to do it, and it says, well, Abilene doesn't have it yet.
Like Sweetwater, walk in their Little Caesars. They've got a deal set up to where it's already there. You punch in the PIN number, open it up, and it's already there. You don't have to deal with people.
Well, maybe I want to deal with people, but maybe it'll mean that these places are open longer for pickup. When you work on the street at night and you live in a little 25-foot box on wheels, I mean, that's our house. If you think about it, that's our house when I'm at work.
Now, don't be surprised if you get a delivery at the wrong house. That's happened before.
You can't cook. You can't cook in the ambulance. So when every place in Abilene decides, oh, we're going to close at 9, like, oh, okay, well, we work 6 until 6 in the morning, so I guess we eat an early lunch every night. Yeah. But there's so many places that close, and if I had a nickel for every time that I've ordered food and not gotten it, I could take a nice long vacation, not just a week, a long vacation, because it's helpful. I found when you can order online at some of these places, and it's ready when you get there, and you're in and out in like 2 or 3 minutes with your food. And then if we get a call after that, it's no big deal because we have it.
Have the food and go.
It doesn't bother me if I have to wait 3 or 4 hours to eat it. We do that all the time. People are worried about food poisoning. Most EMS people have an iron gut, and I mean that seriously. Things that would make anybody else sick, we're fine with.
Firefighters and volunteer firefighters, they have iron guts.
But what I'm saying, this online ordering is great, and self-driving vehicles that can bring it to us at post. Hey, maybe that'd be nice.
What's next here? Drones?
Now Domino's
we've known for a while Amazon is experimenting with delivery drones.
I'm talking about pizza companies and stuff like that. What are they going to do? Bring us our pizza via drone?
The problem I have is that people are already stealing packages off of people's front porches. So what are they going to do? Try to shoot down the drone and get your stuff, or what?
If they shoot down the drone, we got a problem.
If they shoot down the drone, I believe that it's FAA licensed aircraft, and that becomes a federal offense.
I would say, Houston, we have a problem there.
I don't know. That's a question for Caleb White, our resident drone pilot. Oh, coming up after the break, our final look at your weather forecast and new music from Byron Juan and Show Baraka.
Auto 8 is a full-service garage, teaching and equipping you with skills to know how to work on your own vehicle, with access to the use of their tools and lifts to help you complete your automotive repairs. Auto 8 also provides full-service repairs for your vehicle as well. Auto 8 is located at 1001 Chestnut Street in Abilene. Shop times, Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Auto 8's number is 325-518-4628. Their web address is www.auto-aid.com. Thanks for supporting KGNZ.
During September, Red Roof Inn is offering discounted stays at any of their over 500 Red Roof Inns across America when you book your stay using code VP #623409 at redroof.com or at 1-800-RED-ROOF. Only KGNZ listeners get a discount when using code VP #623409 or doing something they already do, listening to KGNZ.
It's time for our final recap of your Rock Show forecast. It's 11:37 on your Friday night. The weekend is on the way, and I'm excited about it. It's going to be a beautiful weekend to hang out in the swing in the front yard and do some Bible and book study that I'm way behind on. I'm so excited about it. Remember, going on right now, the Abbeywood Market. It is the 2018 Christmas Carousel at the Abilene Convention Center. It's a fundraiser for the Junior League of Abilene. These ladies put so much work into this. Almost 70 different booths and vendors to check out, get some of your early Christmas shopping done. If nothing else, have a fun time out with your family. I'm trying to get Stacy out of the house to go to that tomorrow or Sunday afternoon. We'll see what happens. And Big Brothers, Big Sisters, here's a plan of what I'm doing over the weekend. Michael and I are going to go do laser tag. We a lot of confusion in scheduling and congestion of scheduling in October, and I'm ready for an outing with my little brother, so we're going to head out to Primetime sometime tomorrow. What are you doing? Social media, KGNZ at Night with Dustin Tatro, or send us a tweet, tag us in it, or whatever that's called, at KGNZ at Night. Final look at your forecast. Fair skies with southwesterly winds at around 10 miles an hour the rest of the night for the South Plains. Lows of 45 degrees for San Angelo and Abilene. Our lows in the lower 50s under clear skies with south-southwesterly winds at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Up in the northern area of west central Texas around the I-20 corridor, we might see wind gusts up to around 25 miles an hour. That's your tonight forecast. For your Saturday, clear skies, variable winds, holding at around 15 miles an hour much of the day for Lubbock. Highs near 70 degrees for the hub city. In and around Abilene and San Angelo, bright and sunny tomorrow. It's a beautiful day with highs only in the mid-70s. Like I said, a great afternoon to hang out in the shade outside in your swing or hammock or whatever. Rather breezy with winds out of the southwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour for much of the day of Abilene and San Angelo. And for some gust out there. For San Angelo, we're looking at those gusts to be around 30 miles an hour. Here in Abilene, more in the vicinity of 35 to 40 miles an hour. And that sparked something. I'm looking at what's going on out at the state park. While we do your current temperatures as that loads, 53 in San Angelo, 51 degrees in Snyder, 55 in Graham, 56 and partly cloudy in Lubbock, and 53 degrees right now here at the studios of KGNZ. Looking to see if they've opened a lot of the park back. I know the Abilene State Park had a lot of flooding due to Lake Abilene going over the spillway, and this was posted 3 days ago. They are still experiencing some flooding, but some areas have been open for day use, so it might be worth checking out tomorrow. Some camping, but no new reservations for this weekend. They still have the park roads closed along Elm Creek. Almost all park trails were closed. Again, this was on Tuesday morning, and Lake Abilene at that time was still 1 foot above the flood pool, and we did receive more rain. So monitor their Facebook page if you're planning to head out to the state park tomorrow. And if anything else, you can give them a call at 325-572-3204 if you want to go. Here's Show Baraka and Higher Love.
Telling, man, every now and then I go to Egypt, dog, and I see some cats I used to run with. And they come up to me, man, they be like, yo, Show, man, let's get back to some dirt. And I be like, hold up, pump your brakes, you're doing 90 to 30. And I'm like, look, I can't do that no more. And them cats be like, why? And I gotta articulate real well to them, man. I just like, yo, man, Christ died for my sins, I love the Lord, I got a spirit in me. And to sum it all up, man, is because I'm in love. I'm in love. And they like, you in love with who? I'm like, with a higher love. The most high God, man, I am that I am. Jehovah. I'm in love with him. You want to know more, man, I can explain it to you. Sit back and let me tell you about this marvelous God that I'm in love with. You've been aching for a while. It's something to make you smile. We reppin' and proud as the world's looking around for a... Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm in love with the captain of the ship. When the waves get to rockin' the boat, we walk on water like he taught us to float. I got these scriptures to quote, and when it seems like your boy can't cope, I got a team tight like 3-strand rope. It ain't easily broke. The mountain in front may seem unclimbable, but after his work on the cross, it would seem irresponsible if we threw in the towel because of life's small obstacles. Yeah, we know a God who makes the unlikely possible. This phenomenal love and holiness ain't optional, so the world looks at us like we're so illogical. Keep our faith in the word to be a godly influence. If you really want to know, here's the reason why I do this. Yeah, I mean, that's just a little bit, man. Hopefully that helped you out and gave you a better perspective. But I'm saying he sacrificed so much for us, so that when I came into an encounter with his love, I had to change. So if you got about 2 more minutes, man, I can explain a little bit more in depth on why I'm so in love with this higher love, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Okay. It's the one true God, you know what I mean? Yeah. He vacated heaven to take the form of a man. If you love the Lord, throw up your hands and sing it with me. Sing. Sing it with me. I'm in love with the Lion of Judah. Not myself, Muhammad, Krishna, or Buddha. He got a saving word, it's like a computer. Now I excel, cause my idea of love, it came in the form of a bottle, or the form of a model, or the thugs that I fought. Now I walk in the spirit, I exalt it with lyrics. It's the music of life, I pray that you hear it. I got a listener's ear, it ain't nothing but worshipers here. We walk the valley of death with nothing to fear. I got the love of God, it ain't nothing but love from my squad. It's real community, it ain't a facade. Actions reflecting his grace. We stay humble when we seek in his face. You may hear this when we step into place. Like I've been saying, man, I'm a new person, man. I'm a new creature. I'm no longer in love with the things I used to do, man. Now I love the things that God loves. You know what I'm saying? I see you doing your thing. You got a lot of money. You got the girls following you and everything. All that vanity, man. All that stuff's gonna pass away, dog. You can't take it with you when you die. I used to be in love with the things of this world too, man, but it did me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you how. B. Taylor dropped the beat. I've been burned by the world and it showed no sympathy. I will give my all and it stripped me of my dignity. Stripped me of my reason, my morals, and my temper. Stripped me of everything. I was in love with a stripper. Now I love my physician. He's a true life giver. I was dying, so the doctor gave me his liver in the form of his son with his arms spread wide, ready to receive any girl, boy, lady, or guy. No matter their age, I find more people try to find real love in some girl or guy. But love is sacrificial, love is an action. Love ain't fleeting, love is everlasting. Love our enemy, love our neighbor. Love to imitate Christ, yeah, cause he's our savior. To cast out all fear, cause love is our job. Love is eternal, love is our God.
I'ma get this cooking in an instant. Yeah, they call, yeah, they want on my attention. If you don't get the whole picture, take a candy. Young little hit it, sticking to the vision. I got this ice on my chain, dirt on my name. Rose from the thorns, rhyme growing through the game. 44 when I spray, juggle with the clip. I can't put my pride aside, I'm never getting hip. I'm never going old for night. I got that ultra light, y'all creep like poltergeist. My coffee goes to life, man, I'm so ocean-like. I take a swim in all the sauce. Ain't no cap, get it twisted, pop it off. Ooh, all the team get the wins and the rings, though. All this drip falling off, need a raincoat. Mama said, make the goal, what you aim for? You don't run from the foe, shooting range close. Ayy, and that's word on my life. Don't you come and try to mess up my night. Ayy, I've been scheming, got a plan and device. You know I'm free, I had to cut off some ties. I'ma get this cooking in an instant. Yeah, they call, yeah, they want on my attention. If you don't get the whole picture, take a candy. Young little hit it, sticking to the vision. I'ma get this cooking in an instant. Yeah, they call, yeah, they want on my attention. If you don't get the whole picture, take a candy. Young little hit it, sticking to the vision.
Yeah. Honor God with my entourage. Indie Tribe LLC, and I'm Michael Scott. Pint of holy water, you could call it Voss. Center stage in Atlanta, watch me lean and rock. I might have a couple exes wanna see me drop. If I die, I'm a legend, I don't see the problem. If I die, I'm in heaven, I'ma be with God. In the sky with the 12, I don't mean the law. Yeah, please approach the tribe with some caution. Yeah, all my homies top 10 and not 10. Yeah, little baby run a business, call her Pepper Potts. Or I might call her Mary, cause she poppin'. Yeah, she poppin', yeah. Almonds in my coffee, yeah. Hearing like I'm Jordan Borden, I want you like Rodman, yeah. Death is just a comma, I be calm off in my coffin, yeah. Pillow in my casket, I'm a zombie with a calling, yeah.
I'ma get this cooking in an instant. Yeah, they call, yeah, they want on my attention. If you don't get the whole picture, take a candy. Young little hit it, sticking to the vision. I'ma get this cooking in an instant. Yeah, they call, yeah, they want on my attention. If you don't get the whole picture, take a candy. Young little hit it, sticking to the vision.
It's Byron Juan with the new one with No Big Deal. Attention, here's gold, frankincense, and myrrh on the inside.
Has my soul wearing thin. It left behind a wreck of memories. These marks on my skin. You're not alone in the story. We all have scars on our bodies. No, I will not run, and I won't give up, 'cause I know that I am strong enough. Now I take back my life.
cords all over. There we go. I managed to pull every fader on the board except for one down with my headphone cord just now. Looking at the community calendar at kgnz.com/events, would like to once again mention that Christmas Carousel is going on this weekend. We just found a piece of paper with the times. It's open in the convention center from 10 until 7 tomorrow, and then a great after church outing if you don't have anything better to do. If perhaps you don't like NFL football, maybe you get out of the house on Sunday afternoon. They're open from noon until 5, and that's it for Christmas Carousel 2018. And obviously, I can't type. We're going to try to go to our community calendar one more time because I do know that the webpage exists. What else is going on? A great day to go visit the Abilene Zoo. Stop by the Elm Creek backyard area and say hello to Penelope Porcupine. She's hiding from you. I'm never going to let you forget that, Melvin. Remember, Melvin had an unfortunate accident with a porcupine going home from Albany one night. Let's see what's on here now that we have the community calendar open.
It was very brave of you to send me back to Albany again.
Yeah, even the stuffed ones we have in the studio were hiding when you got here. My goodness. We need foster parents, folks, not just here in the big country, but all over the state of Texas. But the need is critical. And KGNZ is partnering with the organization called To Engage to help educate people about what that entails. Maybe it's for you. Maybe God's calling your family. You don't even have to be a married couple. You can be a single parent and still foster adopt. You can find out more information by visiting this website. It is weneedmorefosterparents.com. Again, weneedmorefosterparents.com. Coming up pretty soon, Rich Cristiano, in partnership with the Discovery Center, brings you Play the Flute. That is being presented at Century 12 Theater Tuesday, November 13th at 7 o'clock. You can get tickets now by calling 325-673-5050. We have a very, very profound need for foster parents. That event is on our community calendar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 16 times for, well, over 20 times for the month of November. I think that might be a mistake, but it's a big need. Pray about it. Maybe that's for you. Head out to Blackwell tomorrow night. The Blackwell Volunteer Fire Department will be hosting. Blackwell's not far from you guys, Cody. The United Methodist Church in Blackwell is trying to home some community members. It's a great idea. It's $10 for adults, $5 for kids. All you can eat fish fry with a silent auction at the Blackwell Volunteer Fire Department tomorrow night. And at My Father's Kitchens at 4223 North First, a fundraising garage sale from 9 until 5 tomorrow. Here's the protest.
for more. 'Cause we won't stop until your fate is sealed. This nightmare is real. Don't try to run away, run away. You cannot, you cannot. 'Cause we are here to stay, here to stay. Decaying, but we're changing. I can feel it in my blood now. It's running through my veins. Just like an angel sickness that's causing me to change. Soon you'll find that there's no safe place to hide. We're always searching for victims. We stalk the streets at night. I can feel it in my blood now. It's running through my veins. Just like an angel sickness that's causing me to change. Soon you'll find that there's no safe place to hide. We're always searching for victims. We stalk the streets at night. We stalk the streets at night.
If you're working or on a mission tonight, go stalk the streets at the protest. I'm Dustin Tatro at 11:57 on your Friday night. Folks, we love you. We'll see you Monday night at 9. Actually, Monday morning at 10. Mall of Abilene in the theater entrance courtyard. Come on down to the main concourse of the mall. We'll be opening the 2018 season of the Angel Tree with the Salvation Army of Abilene. Of course, on the Rock Show, we'll be adopting an angel and doing the whole Red Kettle campaign again. That kicks off next Friday, and we've got Shelley Futrell in studio with us Wednesday night. On Thursday night, Farmer Josh Casey with Hugger Root Family Farms coming. We're going to cook outside and fall ingredients, perhaps some recipes you can use over the holidays that might be a bit different and away from the beaten path of your culinary experience this holiday season. That's going on Thursday, and then Friday night at 9 o'clock. It is our final regular season show of the 2018 season of the Friday Night Football Show. That's what's coming up next week. Remember, you are loved. You matter. So get out there and love somebody else over the weekend. Make it a safe one, and I'll see you Monday. Here are Voyagers' warning sign. Love ya. Good night.